Hello, welcome to lesson 17 of grade 1 ABRSM. My name is Eunice Oluwatosin Adewumi. We'll be looking at the tonic triad, root position 1, K, C, and G. Before we get into this topic, just a quick reminder of the last topic that you would have of lesson 16, how I believe, which is the key of F major. So in the last class, we were able to, understand what an F major is, what is the key of F major, and then you're able to identify the key signature of F major. If you remember, what is the key signature of F major? Yes, thank you. The key signature of F major is um is just one flat, one flat. And what key is sharpened? Is flattened rather. Thank you. Key B in a note B is flattened rather. So um so where you see just one flat, that indicates F major. All right, and we know that our key signature is written after the clef, and also we're able to identify and write the scale of F major, right? So we're able to write the scale of F major. That's, for instance, from F to F. That's F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Oh, I got it there. So there's no H, there's no I. We only have A to G in alphabet, in the musical alphabet. So the scale for F major is F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Hmm? F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. So that's all. That's all. It's included. All that is included in the scale of F major. All right. So let's just get right into it. What do we expect to get out of today's lesson, which is our learning objective? At the end of today's lesson, you want to be able to define what a tonic triad is. What is a tonic triad? What do we understand by? What is a root position? You want to be able to identify the relationship, the relationship or the difference between a tonic triad and a chord, and then you would also be able to identify and understand the tonic triad in the key of C and G in the root position. So you'll be able to understand, when you see a a a tonic triad in the key of C or in the key of G, you'll be able to identify when you see you'll be able to identify them and then understand how it's being written, and why it's called a tonic triad in the key of in the root position. Also, you'll be able to properly, position the tonic triad on the stave. Okay, because that's one thing that's very important when you're learning the theory of music. You want to ensure that you're able to properly write out your notes, properly draw out your notes on the lines and the spaces. Where you're supposed to draw on the line, you're not drawing in the space because each space, each line has a meaning, right? So you want to be able to know how to properly position the tonic triads on the stave. And also, lastly, you'll be able to identify the tonic triads with, because there are we may have a particular key without, you may be given maybe asked to look at a particular piece, and then there's no key signature given, but there are accidentals in that piece. So when you want to identify your tonic triads, it's possible that it might give you a tonic triad that has it's it, you know I ask you to identify that tonic triad without the key signature, no key signature, but there are accidentals which you can use. We'll get there. I'll explain that better when we get to that point. What is a tonic triad? What does triad means? Tell me. What does triad? What do you understand by triad? What does it? When you say something trio. Yes, I know you've heard that trio. Three. It means three. Yes, it means three. So a triad, it means three. And tonic, is the first note or degree of any scale. So we talked about F major in the last, in the last class. The tonic of F major, when you say the first note or the degree. So what will be the tonic of F major? I'm waiting for you. F. Thank you. The tonic of F major will be F. So the tonic is the first note or degree of a scale. All right. Another quick quiz here. What would be the tonic of a C major? What is the first no first note of a C major scale? C. That is the tonic. Thank you. So therefore, a tonic triad combined together is a type of chord. It is a type of chord, right? Where you play three notes together. You play three notes together, not two, not four, not five, three. It has to be three. Tonic triad, three notes. Okay. Now to the point where you play three notes together at the same time, starting with the tonic. So that's why it's called a tonic triad, because you start with a tonic. And then, of course, you have three notes, which consist of the first note, which is a tonic, the third note, okay, and then the fifth note. All right. Thank you very much. So that's what the tonic triad consists of the first, third, and the fifth note of a key. So, for example, we are looking at C major and G major today. So, if what will be the first, third, and fifth note? Just quickly, can you do that? Quickly do that for um give the answer. Yeah, the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. C, E, G. Thank you. So that is the tonic triad of K, C. All right. What then is a root position? What is a root position? A root position means that the triad of a key sits on the lowest note of that key. And what is the lowest note of a C major? The lowest note. If you play the C major, okay, let me let me let me run the scale, by using the tonic so far. Okay, I'm sure most of you are familiar with tonic so far. So now I'm starting from C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's what I'll be singing now. So you tell me what the lowest note is. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, I want you to tell me which one is the lowest. Is it the do, the first do, or the last do? I'll sing it again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yes, it is the lowest, it's the lower do, the first do. So, and what would be the first do? That would be C. C, the root position. It starts in the root position, the lowest note of that key, not the upper C. Okay, the lower C. All right. So that's why you know I don't want to go into other types of tonic triads. So there could be other types of tonic triads where you can start with the third and the fifth, and then you then jump up to the first. Okay, that won't be a root position. So the root position is starting with the lowest note, which is the lowest C of that key. All right. So for example, the tonic triad of K C major is positioned on C, which is the lowest note in the K C major. That's the lowest C. All right. So that's what that is about. Now, what is the relationship between tonic triad and a chord? A chord is when you play two or more notes together at the same time. Two or more notes. Chord. You're playing two or more notes together. That's a chord. Imagine, think about it, a chord. No, a chord. What's that Bible passage that says a three-fourth chord is not easily broken? Yeah, so a chord a chord is like something that binds together. Okay, so yes, so two or more notes, you're playing it together at the same time. Then the tonic triad is a type of chord. A tonic triad is a type of chord, but it's not necessarily a tonic triad. But a chord, sorry, I just correct myself there. A tonic triad is a type of chord, but a chord is not necessarily a tonic triad. Okay, so for a chord to be a tonic triad, remember from the beginning we talked about what is a tonic, what is a triad. You join them together, combine three notes together, play together, starting with a tonic. So for a chord to be a tonic triad, it has to, three notes must be played together, and that includes the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. Does that is that all right? Okay. Now, a tonic triad in the key of C major for treble clef root position. Okay, brings us to that key now. On one side, on the right side, on the left side, I've given out things to remember when you are writing out the tonic triads. On the right side, you can see how the tonic triad is positioned on the stave. Okay, now what do we need to remember for a C called the key of C major? Key signatures are written after the clef. You already know that. At the beginning of a music piece. And also remember, no accidentals for key C because it's a natural key. No sharps, no flats, remember? So we can see there that our tonic triad in C major is sitting already on a root position, okay, in a root position because it's starting with the C, mm, the the C, that's the lower C for that key, and then that's the first note followed by the third note and followed by the fifth note. Right? The first note, not the eighth note. Okay? All right? The first note, the third note, and the fifth note. That's C, E, G. And you can see how it's positioned there. That's how each C major tonic triad root position is positioned. Anything other than this may not be correct. Okay? The tonic triad in the key of C major for bass clef. That was for treble clef. Now for bass clef, you can see that because our lines and spaces they are named differently, so the positioning for bass clef will be different from the positioning for treble clef. So remember again that key signatures are written after the clef at the beginning of a music piece, and then no accidentals for key C because what? Thank you. It has no sharps and no flats. It's a natural key. And then one more thing to remember that the tonic triad consists of what? The first, the third, and the fifth note of the key. Alright? So that's what a tonic triad is consists of, and it's of course starting from the bottom. Right. We then move on to the tonic triad, still on of G major. Now, because a G major has a key signature, it has a, a key signature. So a G major, okay, can be written with a key signature and can be written without key signature. But with a key signature, let's look at it. How it's written. Again, remember, key signatures are written after the clef at the beginning of the music piece. And then remember that a key can be written without a key signature. In this case, what do? You need an accidental to recognize the key, and where the notes the notes that is sharpened or flattened is not part of the key, you know it's not part of the notes on the triad. You look at the tonic, always look at the tonic. You see the tonic and you know that yes, this must be G major, the tonic triad in the key of G major, right? So only F is sharpened in the key of G major. Remember that only F is sharpened in the key of G major. So that is how on the right, that is how our G major is positioned. Okay, it's well positioned on our treble stave. All right. Then on to the next. You see there now that there's a key the G major, the tonic triad in the key of G major without the key signature. Okay, so without the key signature, you tell me now, how do you identify this? Wait. As you see there, I've written there, Things to remember, things to note. In fact, take note that the notes sharpened or flattened may not be part of the tonic triad. In this case, you can use the tonic to recognize the key. So look at that. The tonic. You use the tonic to recognize the key. So even though because remember that in the previous slide, I said the note K, the note F is sharpened for G major. All right. But in this case, F is not part of the notes, part of the notes included in the tonic triad. Okay, so there's no how. If you're looking for an accidental, you'll be able to identify it now. So in order to identify this particular key, check the tonic. Why? Because of course it's a tonic triad. It starts with a tonic. So you look at the tonic. It's G. Wow, praise God. The tonic triad is G. The key for the tonic triad is G major. That's how you're able to identify. All right, thank you. So let's move on to the next one. Tonic triad in the key of G major for bass clef. Now with key signature. Bass clef with key signature. Again, take notes that because the the names of the lines and spaces for the bass stave and the treble stave are different, so the positioning can be different as well. So where our G is on our treble stave is different from where our G is on the bass stave. So that's why the positioning is different. So you see the F is sharpened because it's with key signature, so we have our key signature there, and then the tonic triad, see how it's positioned G, B, and D. Right? Thank you. Tonic triad in the key of G major for bass clef, root position, without key signature. Again, take notes. There are times that the note sharpened or flattened may not be part of the tonic triad or part of the notes. In this case, how do you identify your tonic triad? Look at the tonic. And what is the tonic here? Tell me. G. Thank you. So G is the tonic. So our key here is G major. Now to our assignments. Yay, drum roll to our assignments. So we've got assignments to do and submit to me, and I'm sure we've understood from what we've done so far. We've understood what a tonic triad is, what a root position is, and how to position it on your stave, or position your tonic triads in the key of C and G major on the stave as well. So, and with or without key signature, how to identify your tonic triads. Okay, so now this is the assignment. Please go through it. For each stave, there are 3 staves there on the right. There are 3 questions on the left. Those 3 questions apply to each stave. So for each stave, you have to answer the 3 questions. So for instance, the stave 1, okay, had the correct notes to complete the tonic triad in stave 1. Then name the key of each tonic triad in stave 1, and then identify where they are, whether they are, is it with is it with key signature or without key signature. Okay, so for each one of them, that means you have like 9, you have like 9 questions altogether. All right, so I look forward to receiving your assignments. Now a summary of the content. That's not all. A summary of the content. What have we done today? What have we done today? What is a triad? A triad means 3. Hmm? Tonic is the first note or degree of a scale, and so therefore tonic triad is a type of chord. So tonic triad is a type of chord where you play 3 notes together at the same time, starting with the tonic. It's called triad because you're playing 3 notes together, and it's called a tonic triad. You are playing 3 notes together at the same time, starting with the tonic. All right. So the tonic triad therefore consists of the first note, the third note, and the fifth note of a key. And we also talked about the root position, which means the lowest position of a key. Okay. And then a tonic triad is a type of chord, but a chord is not necessarily a tonic triad. Take note of that. So don't say, okay, when someone is referring to a chord, then you automatically just think it's a tonic triad. No, no, because for a chord, you play two or more notes together, so you can have two notes and it's still a chord, right? But a tonic triad is always a chord, is a type of chord, right? And then the tonic triad in the key of C major, we already know the notes that are included is C, E, and G, which is the first, third, and fifth. And then for G major, G, B, and D, which is the third, first, and first, third, and fifth notes as well. So then have it at the back of your mind that a key can be written without key signature. What do you do in this case? Use your accidental to recognize the key. And if the notes that are sharpened or the notes that are sharpened are not included in the tonic triad, then you use what? Tonic. Thank you. You use your tonic to identify it. So thank you. Um, in the next topic, we'll be talking about the tonic triad root position 2, key D and F. And that's the end of this class. I look forward to see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much and God bless. Take care. Bye.